Hello everyone and welcome to Low Budget Otaku, and today I'm reviewing a bootleg figure of Jeanne the Hark Alter from Figma. So this is a FAKEMA figure and I'm very surprised because this figure was asked of me by one of my subscribers, and I was surprised that it actually already existed because the original figure was released this month. So basically the KO was released at the same time as the original. Now I checked the original at like a couple of months ago and it was already sold out on the major Japanese sites. Now overall, when I got the figure, I was actually a bit surprised how good it looked. Now I reviewed not too long ago a KO of Jeanne the Arc that I had some criticism of, some paint problems, and especially it came with strap damage. The accessories, most of them had some small issues, like the sword was crooked and especially her lens was not that good. And one of the pants broke very easily, and basically I have a wobbly crooked lens. So let's see if they actually improved something with this new Jeanne d'Arc altar.
Follow me. I'll cover you.
So let's see first what the figure brings. So we have our classic Figma stand. No, this is not the best stand that I ever got. Like, especially this little hinge is very loose, so not the best work. And you can see that the plastic itself there, let me focus, looks a bit stressed and damaged, but it still works fine to get the figure in good positions. So it's not the... and there you go. Basically dies off. Now, one thing that I love about this figure is the paint job. The paint job, in my opinion, is... I like it better than, for example, Jeanne. I do like the colors itself. The black with this purplish tone is really nice, and I do think the figure looks amazing. Now, paint problems, there exist some, but they are well masked with the tone of black. Like, I see, for example, a similar issue that she has on her chest with Jeanne, but here you can barely tell because it's like a spot of paint. She has the same spot but yellow. Here it's basically the same color, so it's well disguised. So there's no real major paint issue application on her suit herself. Now the sword didn't come crooked like the one from Jeanne d'Arc, so I'm glad. Also the strap didn't come broken, so a lot of things that I'm already positively inclined to. This part, let me show you again. I need to focus. I like it a lot more. The sheath of the sword that it comes with altar, much more detailed, an improvement. Now, for the thing that I more complained about in Figma Jeanne d'Arc bootleg, it was the lens. Now, because I didn't want to risk breaking again the lens, what I did was I submerged all of the parts of the lens in hot water so I could loosen a little bit these holes and to see if I could maybe stretch them out a bit so it wouldn't break. Now, this flag, also the paint application on one side is basically perfect, really well done, And on the other side, not so much. Still, it's better than the other one, that it had the same problems in both sides, so again it is an improvement. And the lens, I put it together and it's not crooked, so not bad at all. Still, I do find a bit risky when I'm putting together, like can break at any moment. Now, the flag folded again, the paint application is cleaner than Jeanne d'Arc, but it still has some smudges, but nothing too big. So let me see if I can put together now with the flag. So this was the moment where the other one broke. And there you go. So this pack, I'm not putting it fully in. A bit better. And okay, it fits. It fits. Let me see if I can put it holding the flag. And there you go. Now, don't expect her to hold a lot of poses with this heavy ass flag, because she will not. It is very heavy, and even though she's not that loose, it is too heavy for the bangs and plastic of a KO figure. Yeah, of course, it is a lot of weight. Still, not bad at all. Again, she holds the flag better than the other one. Basically, most of the complaints that I had about this figure actually were corrected on this one. We have that, let me show again better. We have this pose hand that looks really nice. I like looks like a power grab hand. And we have a grabby hand, but then we have another grabby hand for the other side, two fist hands, another one of those, I don't know, concentration power pose hands, and then we have just two open hands, so not that bad on the hand side. Now, another difference between these two is the hair. Let me show you before I show you the faces. I'm going to try to see if I can. Okay, focus. So this one has this long hair with the race, and while she has short hair. Okay, let me see. Both of them look very good, so I don't have really a preference. Of course, the dress is another place where she has a lot of differences, not just in color but on detail. But let's then look at the faces. One of the things that I really liked about this one was her faces. And this one has good faces, but two of the faces actually have some paint problems. I'm going to remove the face from so we can see better. Come on, focus. There you go. So we have small smudges there. 1, 2, 3 small smudges. It's not that bad, but you can see them. The face itself looks good, but then we have this one. It again has some small smudges near the eye. Let's see if I can get a better look. Okay, so yeah, small smudge there. And then we have this greeny face that again has some smudges on top of the face. It's not that bad. It's not that bad, but it is what it is. And again, we have the same system that Figma loves to use for changing the faces. Come on, enter. So overall, I do prefer those faces from Jeanne d'Arc. I think she looks more expressive. But still, the alter ones are good. Small paint problems, but they are not the worst that I've seen in a KO. This KO is actually very surprisingly good. Now, is she solid? Mostly yes. The only peg that I see that is a bit wobbly is the waist one. But even that, I believe it's better than this one, this figure. Because this figure has a big gap here in the waist because of that peg. While this one, the gap is much smaller. Much more easy to hide that gap.
Gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with this figure so far. It is really well done for a KO. The little paint imperfections give it away as a KO, but otherwise it's mostly a very solid piece. But what about the articulation?
And now comes the interesting part. Let your fingers get in.
Ball joint to hinge system on the hand allows us great range of motion. Up, down, swivel. She does have a bigger gap, I feel like, from her. Like the neck looks like it's not as pushed in as it should be. It is not that distracting. Then we have the ball joint to ball hinge system on the shoulder. This part rotates around the shoulder. I do believe we have a bicep swivel. Yes, we do. And we have this little part that gets off the way. And we have a hinge there. And here, I'm not sure if this is supposed to move. I don't believe so. And then we have a ball hinge in the hand. Be careful with these plastic parts. Let me increase a little bit the intensity of the light. Then again we have this weird system in the waist with that ball joint connected. Does give you great range of motion, but again can create a lot of gaps. But no hip articulation here. These parts move out of the way. We're both hinged, but be careful not to break any of these straps when moving this one. And the skirt also is in a hinge. It can be posable. Now, just like Jeanne, this will limit it a little bit. The legs, we can spread this far. We can kick off that far in this leg and back this far on this one. And so the kicking forward and back is limited by the skirts. Now I do believe we should have a tie swivel. Yes, we do, but it's very tight. And this one, yeah, very tight. But again, the legs are each in the ball joints. Then we have the hinge on the knee, and we have another hinge on the foot. No toe bend. And of course, we can pivot, not too much, but we do have a pivot. Now these little guards here are glued in there, so they don't get out of the way. The articulation is very good, but is not the best that I've seen from Figma, but it is good, and most of the joints again are solid enough for a KO. Just this one is the only one that I think a little bit loose, and the head one is also not the best. I do think I've seen better joints on the head than this one particularly. But yeah, the articulation is very good for a KO.
Gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised by how good this figure actually is. Gotta say, for now, I cannot complain, especially at this price range. But what about the size? Because sometimes the size of these figures does not match the size of the originals. Figma Jeanne d'Arc from Fate Grand Order. Figma Midoriya from My Hero Academia. Figma Matoko Kusunagi from Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. Figma Kazumi from Dead or Alive 5 Last Round. Figma Ram from ReZero. Ram. So hell, there's not that much to say except that this is actually a really good bootleg.
It's a bit special.
For 16 to 20 euros, this figure is a steal, and I surely am giving it my low budget otaku seal of approval. If you missed out on the original, yeah, get this figure, is not the bad replacement. If you want to get the original figures, don't forget to take a look at the low budget otaku news when I tell you where are the best times to pre-order some of the newest figures that are coming out from Japan at the best prices. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe and hit that little bell icon. I do action figure and model kit reviews. I also do reviews of some KOs, and I give news on new pre-orders and restocks of action figures and model kits for you guys.
See you next time. Do it! Just